Oh, wow. What is up, everybody? Selah here, and oh boy, this was my first review for my channel for a movie review, and wow, couldn't have picked a better one. I absolutely despised this movie. I thought it was so bad. Um, I'll just get this out right now. My fiance is a huge Scream fan, and I, for the life of me, don't understand the pull for these movies. I don't at all, but I go because she really enjoys them. That being said, I absolutely, for 100%, love the first one because it actually had scary, it had tension, it was drama filled, but I mean, it had a little tongue-in-cheek humor, but at the same time, it still knew it was a serious tone with a little bit of goofy culture in it, you know, but nothing too crazy. But these movies have gone off the rails, in my opinion, and I don't know, but this one was the worst one I have seen yet. Like, it was just dog water, hot dog water. I didn't like it at all. I was sitting there rolling my eyes the entire freaking movie. Everything was predictable except the ending, because my God, was it stupid. But everything else was predictable. And the way that they did the kills and stuff like that, it was just like, how can we make it so violent? And that's about it. There's no cleverness to it at all. There's no scare. I didn't jump once in the entire movie. I'll tell you this. My favorite thing about this movie was that we got to see the trailer for Scary Movie 6. That was the best part of this movie for me. And I was excited. I liked it. I thought it was a great trailer. If it goes online, I definitely want to do a review and show you guys. But this one, guys, if this is what you're gonna come with for what you're saying is the final movie, guys, hang it up. Hang it up. Because it's done. Like, so it's no secret at all. Okay, it's no secret at all that Matthew Lillard was supposed to come back for this movie, right? That is not a spoiler because I mean his voice is in the trailer. I'm not gonna tell you what happens until the spoiler section of the review, but guys, be prepared to be disappointed. That's all I can say. I am a major fan of Matthew Lillard and his work. I think he's a great actor. So I was really excited to see him come back and be Stu, which I actually thought he was creepier than Billy in the first movie. And so they were building this up as being something that was going to be, you know, iconic and a bring back to the franchise. And, you know, I keep thinking maybe they will. Maybe they'll try and surprise me with like they did with the first one. The first one's, I mean, you can't top Wes Craven. There is not a more iconic horror scene than that beginning with the babysitter. There is literally there's no better one than when she was at Home Alone. It was Drew Barrymore. There's not a better scene. You can try, but that scene had tension, it had drama, it had terror, and then at the same time, it built it for not just the character, but it built it for the audience too. And it just seems like that these people trying to follow in Wes Craven's footsteps can't do it. I'm trust me, I will talk about this in spoilers, but I came up with four different, like, realization endings for where this could have went that were better than what they probably had like 6 months to a year to come up with. But I'll give you the premise, okay? It's pretty straightforward, as usual. Sydney is trying to live her life. Sydney Prescott is trying to live her life and be normal. And she has a husband, and she has her child, and they, she's trying so desperately to get away from everything that was, enacted on her in the first movie and all the movies after that, and she can't escape the stab movies and stuff, which I'm one of those people. I can't stand that premise of these movies where they are tongue-in-cheek, talking about the murders that happened in the movie by doing the Stab series, which is basically the Scream series, but in the Scream movie. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't. But he continues. So what happens is, anyway, her daughter is, worried about, she's not really having a life. And Sydney is more worried about protecting her. Obviously, if we're really going to talk about realism, wouldn't a mother that went through something like this, wouldn't she just like always protect her kid? But that's about as much of a premise as I can give you, without going into spoilers. But I mean, I don't care to not spoil it for you. I really don't, because I don't think you need to go see this movie. I just personally just don't feel like it. Like, it's so disappointing. Even to a fan, my girl is a huge Scream fan. She hated this movie. I mean, she was madly disappointed in this movie. I'm talking directly to the people that wrote this movie. You brought Matthew Lillard back to do this? Really? I'm not gonna say anything about it, but it goes about the same textbook that all of the other Scream movies go. Tons of gore, tons of deaths, over the top takedowns where no one in their right mind would be able to survive these hits that this Ghostface always gets. But they just keep getting up. It's like they're supernatural until the mask comes off, and then it's like, oh, now they can die. Another thing I can't stand about the franchise. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm even more disappointed than what I thought I would be disappointed. I didn't think it was possible. But I think that's about as much as I can talk about it without going into spoilers. So let me just jump into the spoilers, and we'll start talking about the things that are really making me mad. Okay, so let's go into spoilers now. And we are back with the spoilers for Scream 7. All right, guys, here's the number one thing I cannot stand about this movie. You brought back Matthew Lillard to be a fake AI deepfake? Freaking really? I had heard rumors that was what it was going to be, but I was like, no, there's no way they're going to do something so stupid. You did something that stupid. And then to top it all off, the killers are usually, something you've seen in the movie. And so that's the whole fun of the movie for me was, I can guess who's the killer because of context clues. You aren't going to be able to guess this one because they don't make sense. They don't make sense. That's the thing. Like, they They're one character that you've seen one time in the entire movie, and then another character that was just a side moment character that you saw in the movie. That's it. That's who they were. It was what was it? It was a what is it, like a caregiver or an owner of a mental institution where the other Ghostface was at, because she killed her husband because she read Sidney Prescott's book and was inspired to take life by the horns, basically, and take out her abusive husband. And then she got into her head and was like, I want to be the next Sidney Prescott. So the way I'm going to be the next Sidney Prescott is I'm going to kill Sidney Prescott. I'm not even making this up. This is what it was. It's stupid, garbage written script. I'm not creative writing, okay? I'm still learning how to do what I'm doing, but I'll tell you the 4 different ideas I had as we were coming home that would have been 90 times better than what they had for 6 months to a year created. All right. Number 1, you could have had Stu come back. Don't sit there and act like you couldn't. And I'm going to tell you why. Number 1, Stu, we saw the TV fall on his face. Okay. Then what did we see afterwards? Oh yeah, Sidney shot him in the head. So what about, instead of that being real, where she says, no, this is my freaking movie, why don't you act like she was going through trauma issues and she imagined that? She imagined that she shot him in the head, and really he just got taken away thinking he was dead after the TV fell on him. So then he was sitting there running a group of ghost faces that were basically a cult that controlled everything, and he was behind the whole thing. That's one scenario. Second scenario would have been cool. Ghostface that they're taking down or whatnot, come to find out it was a robotic thing or whatnot, had his voice connected to it. Okay? His voice was in it. So like the whole movie, you could see, you could hear his voice, because it said in the moment when you see the face of Matthew Lillard as Stu on the phone when they do this surprise Sidney kind of thing, but you could have used him to be like he's paralyzed because of the electrocution or whatnot, or he's just damaged, but he's still running like a robotic, ghost face, and have his voice as the ghost face running around instead of the voice that we always hear. Instead, it would be Stu's voice the entire time, acting like he's just not hiding anymore. Or you could have just had it the way you set it up in the movie. Yeah, just have him come out of the shadows and just be like, yeah, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not using the voice. You know it's me in this outfit, and here I come to destroy your life. You could have had that. I mean, that would have just added more tension. Or you could have had multiple ghost faces, as we've had in all the franchises, but differently in this one. They could all be getting killed off, and they keep finding bodies of ghost faces, and you're wondering what's going on, when you come to find out Stu has been killing them off because he wants to keep the legacy with him and Billy, and nobody else is going to copycat him. And so, you would have that, trying to figure out what's going on the whole time. Are they perfect? No. But they're better than an AI deepfake. But I mean, what am I supposed to expect? The writing in these movies past number 1 is so poor. I can't help it. I laugh at these movies. I don't know. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really not. I just can't stand them. I think they're really bad written movies. And it's not anything against the actors and the actresses. I think Courtney Cox, she's an amazing actress. Neve Campbell, she's a great actress. I know Matthew Lillard's a great actor because I've seen him in many movies. He's hilarious, and he's also very serious. When he's given a good script, he's a damn good character. That's just, this is what you decided to go with, guys. This was the disappointment. And I don't really care what anybody says in the comments in terms of like, oh, they couldn't do it because the original plan got axed because we got the main character was fired because of her voicing her opinion and stuff like that. That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. For something this badly written, that's not an excuse. It's so bad. I can't. It's full of cliches and cringe moments and badly written dialogue. I mean, the final thing that her daughter says is just, I'm Sydney fucking Prescott's daughter. It's like, why would you put it in there like that? I don't know. Just, it wasn't suspenseful. I didn't enjoy it. And, you know, I'm not a big horror fan. I'm not, but I enjoy a good horror movie when it presents itself as scary. It's just I don't see a lot of scary movies now these days. Nothing that really knows how to do it like the classics. You know, like Psycho, like Silence of the Lambs, like the first Scream with Wes Craven. Like, those are iconic because they were something that was trying to do something passionate. They were trying to do something that shocked the audience in a way that, you know, stories hadn't when it comes to terrifying and stuff at that time. This is just, we need better writers in Hollywood, to be honest with you, because we have lost some really good writers, I think. But anyway, guys, I'm out. Like, this is for me. I mean, it's not a complete ball of garbage. I mean, it has some moments in it that are okay, but I mean, for me, this is like a 2 out of 5. I mean, this is below average. And I mean, if you guys want to, you know, continue with this franchise, that's cool, man. That's what you want to do. But it just feels like the quest for more money. And if this is as low as you're going to go for the quest for more money, hang it up. Like that. Whew. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And I will have more movie reviews going on forward. But hope you guys enjoyed my comments about it. And if you didn't, I'm sorry. It's just my opinion. And I appreciate everybody's opinion. I really do. But I can't get behind these movies. Just can't. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And please like, comment, subscribe, and ring my bell. Ugh. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I'm done with that.